Hi everybody, if you hear beeping in the background, it's because my apartment fire alarm just went off. I was just outside. It's a false alarm. We're just waiting on the one guy to turn it off. No fire. If you were watching my last video and you saw the cut, it's because of that. The fire alarm went off. Kind of just screwed me right up. I have most of my cats in my room right now because I have treats on me. I have Levi, Baby, Marshy. Star was in here. Star's right there. And it's done. Okay, anyway. And we are going to play hide and seek because the one we did was technically not very long, but it was supposed to be build thing. Facility, we're going with quartz. I'm actually the master hider. Like, I'm great at hiding in spots. We're still Shihiro, but that's okay. Oh crap. I'm gonna hide right here. Star, can you not hide in my shelves, please? My cat is in my figure shelves right now. Star, come on. Get down. Get down. Star. You guys, I don't have treats for you anymore. I'm tired of this. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go put their treats somewhere. No treats for you guys. I have to go up and reach from on my bed, which is a little bit away from me. Unfortunately, that cut off my just build type one, which sucks because I was so excited. Because I thought we were going to get the desert, but we did not, clearly. Anyway, I just sat outside in the freezing cold because someone down in the basement decided to try to set a fire, and it had me stressing because I have fish up here that were more valuable than I am, really. I love my fish. Like, I only have 3 sets of fish, but 1 tank means more than anything is. And I don't hate the other fish. I'm not saying I hate the other fish. It's just that these fish have more of a sentiment to me. And that's the goldfish tank, which is 3 fish. I love them. Why? Let me explain. Okay, I have 3 goldfish. I have Levi, Barbie, and Dia, which are all short names for characters from Obey Me, because at the time I was extremely obsessed when I got them. And in fact, Levi didn't get a name until long after we'd already had him quite a fair bit of time. Like, he was one of the pets that we had. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my other fish as well. I love them just about as much. But it's just as these fish means more to me because they in fact didn't even have names. Well, he didn't. One of them didn't. Let me explain the lore there. What happened was I had my lovely little 3 group before I got the 3 group, and it was Levi, Solomon, and then there was a no-named one. He wasn't named because of the fact he literally was already dead when we got him, pretty much. He was on his way out, per se. Like, very much on his way out. I'm gonna cry really bad. Move your ass out of my way. But, what happened was he was already sick when we got him, and we didn't think he was gonna last long anyway, because of the way he was. So we didn't name him, and then we ended up realizing that Solomon was going, so we took all their names away. Because initially, Levi didn't even have a name. He wasn't supposed to. He was not given a name, per se. No name. So since he didn't have a name, we didn't really keep him with one. He was kind of just a fish. And then after, I think it was after weeks of having the little guys we have now, I actually gave him a name. Like, it took seriously that long just to give him a name. Because we didn't know what to name him. We didn't really have a name for him. We didn't have one ready. We didn't care to pick one out for him. Because we thought he was going to die. Because they were all from the same place, mind you. So, we weren't expecting them to live at all. Especially not as long as they did. I will admit that they definitely lived longer than I thought they would have. But Levi ended up getting his name not, like, I'm gonna say a good few weeks after we got Dia and Barbie. Dia and Barbie, they were instantly given names because I knew they were gonna live. You see, initially we weren't going to name them Dia and Barbie. I think they're named because the whole goal was to name them differently, because at the time I wasn't very well educated on the fish stuff. And I thought if I could get 7 goldfish, I could have the whole Oh Baby squad. That, of course, did not happen, obviously. But what ended up happening instead was that I noticed their behaviors and their colors. You see, Thea is a very pretty one. He has like koi coloring, if you will. I know goldfish are technically koi fish, but it's just how I describe him. Is that he has koi coloring. Like, he's what you'd expect a typical koi fish to look like. And I love that about him. I love him. Like, he is basically my son. Basically. And he's always been my favorite. I'm not gonna lie, he's been my favorite since the start because of his coloring. He's a very pretty fish, and I love him. And then Barbie, who is a pure white fish with the little Japan flag on his head. I noticed his behaviors with Dia were very similar to that of what you would consider the in-game version, because when we first got them, they were all, like, since they had been in the tank before, like, together, and Levi was not. Levi was on his own, and they weren't used to him. They kept their distance away from him at the beginning. And Dia was always seen, Barbie was always seen following Dia around. And Barbie would not leave Dia's side at any time. And if Levi got too close, Barbie would show territorial signs. Obviously, that's since changed. They are actually all together right now, because I keep pointing, when I'm talking about them, I'm pointing at their tank. So they think I'm like, I don't know what they think. But they're just there. Like, it took about a month, I'm gonna say, before Levi was able to, like, they were able to, group up with him. But then none of them ever suffered severe injuries. Like, they didn't fin nip each other. Nothing like that. The most serious thing that actually happened was, the barrels that are in there now, which I put them back in because of a pleco, but that's a different story. The barrels that are still in the tank, like, I took them out when it initially happened, because what happened was Dia went in, and it was the morning. I was getting ready to feed them, and I noticed that Dia wasn't coming out. And I had to look around, and then I saw his body. He was stuck inside of the barrels. He couldn't get himself out. And I ended up having to put my hand in there, grab him out, well, scare him out. I didn't really get to grab him, but I had to, like, attempt to grab him and move him. Because he was genuinely stuck in the barrels. And it ripped some of his scale top off. I actually panicked when that happened because I was so concerned on what to do. Turns out everything is fine with him. Like, surprisingly, I didn't have to buy blue nitrate. I didn't have to buy aquarium salt at the time. He was perfectly fine. So that's good. And that happened about a year ago. If I'm looking at him right now, because he's right there at the glass, and you can see where it happened, but it seems to have fully healed over. And I'm not even sure if that's what I'm looking at or not. Like, I'm not 100% sure that what I'm looking at is actually that part, or if it's closer up where he's, like, fully red. But that was the only major thing, and everybody else was perfectly fine. Yeah, okay. Let me take that out. Take the L on it. Like, everybody else is seemingly perfectly fine. Like, I don't think anything's wrong with them. Sure would hope nothing's wrong with them. I love my fish. I actually, when I got on call with my mom, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually worried about the fish. And her boyfriend, who does not like fish, I don't like him. Per se, I do not like him. He was like, oh, it's just fish. He's a whole different story. Anyway. Anyway. We're gonna choose to pose next to this person up here. Riley the Bean. You're the victim today. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe. You know the begging usual.